Assalamualaikum everyone and good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us today for our discussion on marriage at young age. This forum program will talk about something hot on social media. So do not waste our time. My name is Nur Atira Damia binti Zakaria and I will be the moderator for this forum. In this forum, we will try to bring together all the impact of marriage at young age. Before we start, I will introduce about our panel. Our first panel is Miss Susanna binti Abdul Rahman. She is a executive counselor from UiTM campus Dungun. Panel number 2 named Miss Farah Nabiha binti Sharul Azman. She is a financial advisor from Legacy Advisory Sendirian Berhad, and followed by panel number 3. Her name is Miss Nurul Sahida binti Zulkafli. She is a Chief of Women, Family and Community Development. The second last panel is Miss Nur Haja binti Ishaq as a businesswoman cosmetic from Just Cosmetic. And the last one is panel number 5. Her name is Dr. Nur Ain Shafika binti Muhammad Sudin. She is a motivational expert. Today's topic is impact of marriage at young age. As we know, since the commencement of the lockdown caused by COVID-19, which is currently affecting Malaysia, this young marriage has become a trend. Many young individuals between the age of 16 to 25 are taking the easy way out by continuing to marry at such a young age. So, do not waste our time. Let us start with panel number 1. So, Miss Susanna, give your opinion with our topic today.
Thank you, moderator, for inviting me today. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. How are you? I hope we are in good health in dealing with this COVID-19 pandemic. I am Susanna binti Abdul Rahman and an executive counselor at UiTM campus Dungun. I am so glad to be one of the guests here today. To address the current topic, for me, getting married at a young age is very good. This is to avoid wasting time is useless in a relationship. If you can ask yourself in a year, how many lovers do you have? How long have you been with your lover until now? Imagine, if you get married, surely your life will go smoothly. When you are married, you will be more realistic about finances. As a young couple, your beginner budget may have you making smart money, choice that gives you a lifetime. However, you will strive to generate more money to keep your partner and family in good condition or in good shape. Especially men, they will be more sensitive to financial management once married. This shows the way they manage money more systematically when already married. According to the analysis of American Communities data from 2008 to 2010, revealed that among men in their mid-20s, those who married in their 20s had the highest level of personal income. Economic had found, in general, that married men earn more than single men, even when you go for other factors like age and education. So, as a conclusion, for me, getting married at young age are very good when you and your partner believe in each other. As a conclusion, for me, getting married at young age are good when you and your partner believe in each other. It also doesn't take this useless thing, and at the same time, you can learn to understand each other more deeply when you are together. There is no need to be afraid of your actions because the sustenance after marriage exists in various forms.
Thank you, Miss Susanna, for your input. It look like you very agree with marriage at young age, right? I had the same thought after hearing your point of view perhaps the couple would not waste time getting married and will not spend more money on dating. Now, I would like to hear from Miss Farah Nabiha to explain her opinion about this topic.
Thank you, moderator, for inviting me today. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Farah Nabiha and also a financial advisor at Legacy Advisories Berhad. As we know, everyone needs money to meet their needs and wants. We need to pay bills using money, buy food using money, buy all we need using money. Nothing is nothing is free in this world. Therefore, financial stability is very important in household life. Most teenagers do not have a stable finance. For example, they can only afford to work part-time to earn money. Nick Holloman, certified financial planner at Betterment, says that money is a very emotional subject and certain people have different fears about money depending on their upbringing. Early marriage happens at the age between 16 years old to 25 years old, which means that a person has no strong financial to actually build a family yet. They are probably still studying or working in part-time job and the money they receive could barely be enough for them to support their family. So it is impossible for them to support their family. The financial problem is the most critical problem that early marriage couple face. Most of the young couple divorce because of the financial problems. This is because today decline growth and it will give a big impact to the young couple. Financial instability is Financial instability will adversely affect the couple. The reason why this is happen because they need money to pay for each other needs and wants. Maybe before this, they only talk about their own finance and parents would give them money. But when having a family of their own, they need to support their partner as well. Imagine if the young couple married at the early age around 16 to 25 years old and they still have their sibling to support them behind. It will cost them a lot of money. In conclusion, financial stability is very important in marriage. Otherwise, this can help to adverse effects such as divorce. Therefore, everyone needs to make saving for future weddings so it's not too burden in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Farah, for the opinion given. I'm also concerned that with the limits imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic, there must be more people who have lost their job and having difficult obtaining work, making it unlikely that they will be able to support their family. Now, we would like to hear input from Ms. Sahida. I believe with the different ideologies we can compute many things in this topic. Would you like to explain more on this?
Hello and Assalamualaikum. First of all, I would like to thank you a lot for inviting me in this forum this time. I am Nurul Sarah binti Zulkafli and I'm also the Chief of Women, Family and Development. I hope everyone is in good health and fine. Nowadays, many couples choose to get married at a young age and as we all know, priorities of marriage at a young age is to be able to maintain the purity of self, dignity, family, and religion. In addition, they can refrain from committing acts of immorality. The public is aware. The public is well aware that marriage is a sacred and sincere bond between spouses. According to the Islamic view, marriage is intended to stay away from committing unlawful acts. This is to avoid falling into the valley of and other accursed things. Thus, marriage is one of the ways of rules prescribed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to restrict free association between men and women prevent the occurrence of adultery. Marriage is also an act of worship to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. When a servant marries, then indeed he has tried to perfect part of three religion. Therefore, let him be pious to Allah in the remaining part. The passage is taken from the narration of Al-Haki Al-Tabarani in Mu'jam Al-Awsat. Indirectly, marriage can keep a person's dignity from doing things that are accursed and also prohibited in Sharia. For example, most teenagers are currently involved in criminal cases such as premarital sex as a case of abandoned babies. It is known that infant abandonment statistics from year to year show an increase. Many innocent babies were found dead in drain, in toilet, and most sadly, the babies were burned so that no one could know their whereabouts. This may happen because they want to get married at young age, but are opposed by their parents. They are also influenced by Western culture that allows sex at a young age. Therefore, they are more likely to take the easy way out by having sex without a legal bond. So they act to discard baby from born illegally on the pretext of being able to cover up their shames. This can tarnish the good name and dignity of them and their families. Based on National Child Report Marriage article, the 2014 Kanita study cite that main reason of child marriage is as follows. First is to avoid premarital sex, which is forbidden under Islam. Second, to avoid being arrested for khalwat. And third, coercion family elders, and lastly, illegal pregnancy. The conclusion I can make is that getting married at a young age can help couples maintain their self-esteem, family, and religion. This is because Islam views every deed done by one person for the pleasure of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala as an act of worship and earning a reward. I handed it back to the moderator to continue this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sahida, for your insight. I believe that as Muslim, we must guard all borders because failure to do so will allow horrible things to happen. I also believe that marrying young can help prevent adultery among youth nowadays. This is due to the fact that today teenagers are heavily exposed to unrestricted social media. Okay, now I would like to hear your point of view, Ms. Haja.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Being here today, I'm so glad to be one of the guests here. My name is Nurhaja binti Isha, and I am a businesswoman of Just Cosmetic. Alright. First of all, there is no denying that married at young age has numerous advantages, like the Miss Sahida and other was said before. However, does not apply to everyone, particularly students. So, in my opinion, marriage at young age will giving a negative impact to them, especially to the educational aspect that causes deprive them of the opportunity to continue their study and improve their knowledge. The International Women's Health Coalition in their website also said the same things. When a student decides to get married, they forgo their education. Most of them are unable to adjust to being in two situations. First situation is becoming a wife or husband to someone, and the second one is the becoming student. This is because their commitment will increase and they cannot focus on one commitment only. So become a burden to them. They will be stressed because they need to carry out their responsibility as students, but at the same time they need to be committed to their family. There is no way they are going to divorce just to keep study, right? So they will decide to stop study. According to Offer and Recovery in 2020, once married, a husband may disapprove of his wife to attending school and also stop her from attending school. Moreover, in some countries such as Sierra Leone and Tanzania, pregnant girls may be prohibited from attending school as a result of discriminatory government policies. I want to share to you guys my own experience and that many of my friends decide to get married after SPM and did not further their studies. They just stay at home, do not work, just take care of their families. In other words, they just focus on their family only. Not only that, they also have no time to go out with friends because they already have children. That's all they do until today. Generally, at their age, they have opportunities in a lot of things. At a young age, will prevent them from doing what they are supposed to do. Okay, so to pursue your dream, study, study hard, collect a lot of money, having fun with friends, travel wherever you want, and enjoy your life. So that you do not regret it later because a young marriage is something that will be a barrier for you to move freely. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Ms. Haja, thank you for your explanation. I agree with your viewpoint because not everyone is able to balance between family and studies. It is important to begin studies at an early age in order to secure a permanent job and a greater future. Now, I would like to hear from our last panel. Please, Dr. Nur Ain Shafika.
Thank you for inviting me today. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I'm Dr. Noor Shafika binti Muhammad Sudin. In my opinion, I agree that marriage at a young age can bring many benefits. Among the benefits is to make the person more mature as possible. A person who is married at a young age has a sense of responsibility, such as responsibility towards husband, wife, children, and this can lead or her to be more mature. For example, the wife's responsibility is to give good treatment to the husband, like preparing food and drink for the husband. Normally, before marriage, the woman may not be skilled in cooking. However, after marriage, she is finally good and skilled in cooking various types of food for the husband and family. On the other hand, the husband's responsibility is to support the family. Of course, when they get married, the husband must earn money hard to support his family. If the couple has children, they will carry out their responsibilities as parents by taking the child needs, educating and disciplining the child. I read an article by Brett and Kate Michael who believe that marriage encourage fiscal accountability and responsibility where your priorities change when you are no longer just paying attention to yourself. Other than that, they will also be wise in making decisions. For instance, they do not waste time doing useless things like hanging out. They will tend to spend time with family. If they have problem with their partner, they can manage well through previous experience such as slow talk with the partner if someone is dissatisfied or angry and so on. Even if they are still at a young age, it is not impossible that they can become mature like adult because maturity is not measured in terms of age but and ways in which this maturity is demonstrated. Based the article, 7 unexpected reasons marrying young might be the best decision you ever written by Ellie Crabney is mentioned that, as Dr. Mayer told Mike, it does not matter what age they are, as they are willing to look at the big issue. To strengthen further, according to Muhammad Al-Qayyum Azizi from Ansar Urban Versatile, has interviewed actor Hisham Hamid, who got married at the age 21, said that experience of getting married and having children at a young age made me learn a lot of things beside maturity as husband and father. So we can conclude that marriage at a young age help the couples to do their best for their family, because they can out their responsibility as husband, wife, and parents in good way. Because of this, they tend to love and appreciate their partner and family. So indirectly, they will be more matured to go through all the obstacle is household life. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your input that time. I agree since having a family will make them more matured. So, returning to Miss Susanna, what are your thoughts after hearing all of the panel's diverse explanations?
Thank you, moderator. I agree up to a point of Miss Farah. Nowadays, we are often faced with economic growth and financial problems, especially those who have just started a household at a young age. They will probably face days where finances are insufficient and so on. However, going back but to what I said a moment ago that when a person decides to get married, then they will must be ready to face this problem. They will be more financial sensitive and try to manage well. In my observation, many of the younger generation are now good at finding finance by using social media. No wonder the current generation has been able to have their own cars or own house at a very young age. Technology now has many benefits as well as helping the younger generation and being their source of finance. But on the individuals themselves, whether they are good at managing their finance or not. Therefore, this financial problem will occur in the beginning of the marriage. Still, it can be solved when you choose a partner who understands and help each other to overcome the problems. Last but not least, a happy marriage is formed from trust in each other. That's it. Thank you.
Miss Susanna appears to have changed her mind, but thanks for the explanations. That's right. Nowadays, money is everything since we can survive without it because we cannot buy the necessities of existence such as food. Now, I want to hear from Miss Sarah's opinion after hearing all panel's explanation.
Thank you, moderator. I think I disagree with you, Miss Sahida. Cases of baby abandonment are increasing in Malaysia from year to year. Not all families agree for their child to marry at a young age. It, at the teenager level, an immature way of thinking will cause them to err in rash decision. There are those who marry in hurry and do not think about their future. Some of them get married at a young age without thinking about financial. As I said before, most of the teenagers can only work as a part-timer. This is because they don't have a high quality qualification and most company require someone who is experienced and has a qualification such as degree or master. This will lead to case of baby abandonment as they are unable to cover the baby's expenses. For example, from food and drink, clothing, pampers, treatment costs, and so on. So, they will took a safe step to discard the baby, so it's not burden their family as well. This is very serious because if the baby is not taken care by anyone, it can lead to death. Although there are some welfare homes that can take care of abandoned baby, but it will leave a deep impression on a person for being treated so. Such a case is very pitiful because the baby is innocent and still know nothing. Thank you.
I agree with Miss Farah's viewpoint and thank you for sharing it. It is true that the number of cases of baby abandoning in Malaysia is increased year after year. And not every family approve of their children marrying at a young age. Some people marry at early age without considering their financial situation also. Now, I would like to hear from Miss Sahida's opinion.
Through the opinion put forward by Ms. Farah and Ms. Haja, there are a few things that I agree with. Although through marriage at an early age, the possibility for the percentage of child abandonment problems out wedlock might be lowered, but there are cases of child abandonment due to financial difficulties. Married couples with a strong economy will be one of the main reasons they are forced to put their children in front of other people's house or in mosque, as we all see on newspaper display and also on television. Besides, the opinion of Ms. Haja is also true, as not many young couples are mentally and physically ready when they are get married. A large number of couples who get married at an early age has to confirm their actions. When they had a newborn baby, most of them decided to stop staying because not all couples could balance their studies and even take care of their children at home. So they choose to drop their studies in order to focusing more on their newborn baby. That's all from me. Thank you.
Miss Sahida, thank you for your explanation. Miss Sahida appears to have changed her mind too and now agree with Miss Farah and Miss Haja. I previously stated, studies are also critical for a great future.
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Yes, can Dr. Ain, please?
I disagree with Miss Haja, who stated marriage at a young age is a very moving freely and prevent one from achieving their dreams. In my opinion, if the couple can manage their time wisely, they will have time for something that they want to do, like going shopping, sightseeing, and achieve their dream. As we know, many Insta famous people who married at the age between 19 to 25 years old. For example, an Insta famous named Aisha Hijana, who got married when she was 19 years old, has proven that she can develop her business successfully at a young age while continuing her study at the University of Malaya. Besides that, her husband also do not come from a wealthy background. However, they can prove that to the public that marriage at a young age is not the barrier to achieve their dreams. Having a partner who can support someone in doing something also is needed because it helps someone to work harder and keep motivated to achieve desired goals in life. So for me, being married at a young age does not prevent us from achieving our dreams. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation, Dr. Ain. That is exactly what Dr. Ain said a moment ago. I also feel that marriage does not stop us from attaining our goals. Now, I would like to hear opinion from Miss Haja.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Thank you to Dr. Ain too for the great opinion. I'm not stating that everyone will be confined after marriage. About the Insta famous, we just can see only from their exterior, maybe more pain that they have faced before succeeding up to this point. But they did not tell everyone. I, as woman, also through the same things. They also go through their hard time after marriage, right? It's before they have a chance to continue their study and achieve what they want. This situation shows that education is important. If it goes well, it will be a good destiny and they are very strong. And maybe encouraged by their fans, followers on social media, and family members. We know what the real percentage of young marriage are successful by just looking the Insta famous life. So please ask yourself, So we return back to freedom after marriage. It involves responsibility and not just relying on their best way for managing time. Young couple lack knowledge of responsibility. Most of them get married because they want to follow the trends. As a wife, we need to be obedient to our husband. Would husband like if their wife always go out to have fun with friends, shopping, and so on? When wife's responsibility to serve the husband who works hard to earn money. Wife can do what they want if allowed by their husband only. Most of young couple are more immature and they cannot control their jealousy and do not like to be controlled by their partner. So therefore, their life after marriage is difficult and hard to control. This can be a serious matter when they are hit by problems, and this situation will increase the divorce rate. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you for confirming Miss Haja's statement. Right. This entails taking responsibility and not relying solely on how well they manage their time. They marry in substantial majority because it is the popular things to do. However, as we have seen, there are numerous advantages and disadvantages. This is dependent on the individual's decisions to marry at the young age or not. So, that brings us to the end of our discussion on marriage at a young age. With I like to express my gratitude to every one of the panels for their participation and insightful thought, which well beyond my expectations. That's all from us, and thank you.